Alright, so boom. I got 5 more examples of times where rappers were outshined by singers. And y'all know how this works. This list is going to consist of songs where either the featured singer is the only thing in a song worth listening to, or the song was already good overall and the singer just made it way better. The easiest way to not get outshined by a singer is to not have a singer on your song at all. Kinda like how Joey Fridge did with his song Free Quarter. He went solo dolo and still made that song fire.
Had a couple niggas I called brother turn to enemies. Had a choice when I caught the body, it was him or me. 100 nigga put him in a hearse like I'm Triple H. When you see me out, I ain't even about to say the rest. When you coming to me as a man, say it with your chest. I don't shoot below the neck. Tell me why you buy a vest. Sliding in my Nike Tech. I ain't about to break a sweat. Text that little bitch at 7:30, told her to get dressed. We ain't even going out. She's about to give me neck. I ain't leaving out the house if it ain't about a check.
Follow the boy Joey Frizz on his Instagram for more music, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe, turn on the notifications. You already know how to show me love. Let's get it. Let's dive into part 2. Now I didn't even know that this was possible for Pac to be outshined this bad on the track, but oh my gosh, like this hook. Give me some of your thug passion, baby. This is lovely. And you got it going on. Now, one thing I can truly say about Thug Passion is one of the first lines in the song. I'm surprised I've never seen anyone put it on one of those suspect lyrics from rappers videos. Pac starts by telling you what 2 drinks you need to mix to create Thug Passion, but he says something slightly sus right after that. Alright, new drink. 1 part Alizé, 1 part Cristal. Thug Passion, baby, you know what time it is. This drink is guaranteed to get the pussies wet and the dick hard. I ain't trying to have y'all little Zammy for making fun of Pac, but hearing him say this drink is guaranteed to make your dick hard, that's always been crazy to me. Now, this song was on the 2nd disc to his iconic album All Eyes on Me, and whether we talking about the 1st or 2nd disc, this is my favorite song. If you come to this song for Tupac, you're actually going to be disappointed because other than him saying he's going to make your dick hard, Tupac is barely on this song. There's 5 verses and Pac has the very last one, which doesn't start until about 3 minutes into the track. The first 3 minutes, like the first 4 verses of the song, are from members of the Outlaws, like Castro, Napoleon, Idi Amin, and Storm. But the woman who does the outshining here, Jewel, wasn't a member of the Outlaws. She was just signed to Death Row Records at the time. And her voice is beautiful on here. None of the 4 Outlaw members even talk about sex in the song, funny enough. They all talk about street stuff, how they're all G's, they're not afraid to pull up on people, and they're all about their cheddar. Pac, unsurprisingly, is the one that does talk about getting busy with someone off drinking some Thug Passion. You say you want it, but you bullshitting. Licking them lips, you got me about to act a fool quick. And a nigga's full of passion. Satisfaction is everlasting. How does it feel? What I'm asking while I'm rubbing on that ass. Even with the other Outlaw members, this is definitely still a good song, but I come here because of Jewel. If her voice wasn't so lovely, I wouldn't listen to the song nowhere near as much as I do. And I truthfully feel she outshined everybody else on here. Okay, so back when I made my 5 bad music opinions I used to have video, and the number 5 entry was I say I didn't think Nick Cannon was a bad rapper. I didn't think he was fire either. I just thought he was like straight because I've enjoyed every song I heard by him when I was younger. But once I listened to more of his music, that's when I went, oh yeah, this dude's a straight up cornball. Most notably, I listened to his debut self-titled album, Nick Cannon. He was a young bull then, like Nick was 23 when his album came out. Absolutely nothing has changed when he got older. He was still releasing corny stuff. Have y'all heard his song, Fuck Nick Cannon?
They just mad cause they bitches wanna fuck Nick Cannon. Wanna fuck Nick Cannon.
He was over 30 when he made that. So yeah, even though he got bread, he just always came off as kind of lame to me. Back to his first album though, when I listened to it in order to make that video, there was one song that stuck with me because of the featured artist, and it was Whenever You Need Me featuring Mary J. Blige. Mary J has always been the queen in the studio. Like, hell, she has a song called MJB the MVP. That's her version of Game and 50 Cent's Hated to Love It. I like her song more than the original, especially after paying attention to the lyrics. That song is incredible. Now, I don't think outshining Nick Cannon on his own song is hard to do, but nevertheless, she stole the show for me. Whenever You Need Me is Nick getting into his romance bag and telling all the fellas out there that, of course, you want a woman that will ride or die for you and always be by your side. However, you got to be able to ride or die for her and be by her side. He mentions how like something as simple as a phone call to ask how your girl is doing can put a big smile on her face. And he even admits to her the times where he messed up in a relationship and admits to his childishness and the way he acted in the past. I know you sweat when I'm out on tour. I was IMX immature before. A lot of bras that stepped around my hotel door. Couldn't even recall why I go there for. But I was much younger, much dumber, out of touch, so I blame my lust on the summer. If you know who IMX, like immature is, that's actually a bar. Some of y'all may call Nick Cannon a simp for this song too, but hey, that's the type of stuff he was on. He was just telling the fellas like, bro, y'all can't be playing these women. Like sometimes you gotta like just settle down and just be mature. Now, Mary J speaks from the standpoint of the girlfriend and sings that whatever you're going through and whenever you need my support, you can always expect me to be there for you. Whenever you need me, babe, just call my name. No matter whatever's wrong, you know that I'll be there. I'm down for you, whatever you're going through. Whenever you need me, babe, you know that I'll be there. But like I said, Mary J sings this shit like so beautifully.
I'm down, oh baby, whatever, I'll be there.
So I can believe that I'm saying this with a straight face, but this is a Nick Cannon song I would actually recommend people to listen to because he did a good job on his end, and adding Mary J. Blige definitely made it much better to me.
As day comes and night falls, for the rest of our lives we'll miss y'all.
Now, I am someone that thinks Nas has been outshined a few times by having singers on his tracks. Rule with Amiri, one of his most popular songs. I think she definitely boosted the fireness of that song. Even You Owe Me with Genuine. I roasted that song in my 5 songs that were obviously made to be mainstream part 2 video because it does not match Nas in the slightest, but that junk still hit thanks to Genuine. The reason I said that song didn't fit him was because it was a track about thinking a girl owes you sex just because you let her wear your jewelry and you spend a little change on her. But on the more serious subject matter, that's where Just a Moment featuring Quan comes in. This song is about having a moment of silence or a moment of peace, wishing that all of the violence and all of the deaths in general in the world will stop because the world can be such a hard place. Nas and Quan give their condolences to everyone here. Brothers that's locked up for a very long time doing life in the pen, young girls and young guys getting killed on the streets, to soldiers that's dying from fighting in wars for the military, to even celebrities that we've lost, like Left Eye, Big Pun, and Aaliyah. Where this song hits the hardest is the hook by Quan. Lyrically, what he's saying is touching, and he's sang it on this boy too. As day comes and night falls, for the rest of our life, we'll miss y'all. And even though life must go on, we still mourn while we wishing y'all were home. And the word home means a few things, like home from fighting in a war, home from jail, or home meaning we wish that you never died and you were still here with us. But listen to this man's vocals on this hook.
As day comes and night falls, for the rest of our lives we'll miss y'all.
Man, y'all niggas can't tell me that shit not plugging at the heartstrings right now. For the rest of our lives we'll miss y'all. This is honestly a tough track for anyone that has lost a lot of people in your life. You'll damn near cry listening to this song. Quan fell out with Nas a long time ago. Like, he was Nas's protege at one point, but he said a few times in interviews that like the business side of things just wasn't working out the way he wanted, so he asked to be released from his contract with Atlantic Records. And to be honest, most people haven't heard from him since. He still puts out stuff, but on the grand scheme of things, a lot of people unfortunately only know him as that dude that made that one song with Nas.
She said, would if I could, but I gotta leave you alone.
So all of you guys know that rappers be having to make those thug love records. It's literally inescapable because everyone knows in order to grow your audience, you have to appeal to the ladies. You have to make a record for the women to rock to. Not only the obvious ones, like the 50 Cents and the Ja Rules of the world, but everyone from the Meek Mills and the damn Mike Jones of the world do this too. Mike had a song on his first album called Type of Nigga You Need.
Mike Jones, for the ladies, baby. All you need.
And there's tons of other examples, one of them being Young Jeezy. One of the most popular records he has is Leave You Alone featuring Neo from his Thug Motivation 103 album. There's another song about women on that album called All We Do, but that's more of his usual street style and his usual rugged delivery. Leave You Alone has a more softer approach, especially since he got Neo on here. The song from a women's standpoint is saying how although you really like someone and you really want to be with them, you're aware that there's some difficult circumstances around the relationship that's making it kind of obvious that the relationship is not going to work out. In Neo's and Jeezy's case, it's obviously the fact that they're famous. Dating a celebrity when you're a regular civilian is never easy. So the girl is pretty much saying like, hey, like I would date you if it was easier, but like this is kind of hard, so I think we should just call this off. She said, you ain't no good, but you feel so good. She said, I would if I could, but I gotta leave you alone. Jeezy, through all of his 3 verses, he keeps the message like straightforward and just raps about how he wants a bad bitch that's going to ride for him, how he wants his women to be independent and not have to rely on him for everything, and overall like, a go-getter type of woman that he can start a family with. And of course her head game gotta be good. You know a nigga like Jeezy would throw something like that in the song. Now speaking of Jeezy, one of the reasons I like this song way more because of Neo is because Jeezy raps like a hood parrot during the chorus. Like what I mean is every time Neo says something in his soft melodic voice, Jeezy has to throw in an ad-lib in there with his Newport smoking gritty vocal chords and repeat everything Neo says.
She said, you ain't no good. She said.
Y'all see what I mean? Like the whole song is legit like, she said, I know you bad, but I want you bad. Hey. She said, makes me so sad. Like all respect to Jeezy though, but this song has always been the vibe and it's one of the better like thug love songs that there is out there. I just felt like Neo made this song smooth as a mug. And just like I said about Jewel with Thug Passion, I wouldn't listen to this song nowhere near as I do if he wasn't on here.
I'm gonna need you to say something, baby. Say something, baby. Say something, baby.
You guys ever heard like a hook or a particular part to a song and that was the only part that you knew, and the person that rapped or sang that part, you thought it was their song for a long time? Yeah, I didn't find out until 2019 that Timbaland was even on this song. Not only that, this is his song, and it's just a feature of Drake. The only part of this song I ever knew was the say something baby. So I thought it was a Drake song for the longest. After reading more about the track, when Drake got the beat from Timbaland and he was writing to the record, he actually hit up Timbaland asking for approval on the lyrics because he felt that the way that he was writing it made it feel like his own song instead of him being a feature. But funny enough, Timbaland gave Drake the blessing and said, no, you can make it sound like your style as much as you want to. So weirdly enough, even though this is a Timbaland song on paper, Timbaland has went on to say that he let Drizzy quote unquote have the track. He's actually barely on here. Like the song is 4 minutes and Timbaland has like a 50-second verse. That whole other 3 minutes, all you hear is Aubrey anyway. Boy, Drake looks so young here too. This looked like room for improvement Drake. But actually this song came out in 2009 and by that time he was already popping with the So Far Gone mixtape. Anyway, the track is about the awkward interaction that you have when you run into an ex-girlfriend. But the twist is the guy is the one that has leveled up in life and doing better things and the girl is the one that's down bad. And now that you guys have seen each other, the girl doesn't have anything to say to you. So Drake is like, come on now. Like, I know we had our differences and you may not even want to talk to me right now, but I'm going to need you to say something. But I guess things change. It's funny how someone else's success brings pain. When you're no longer involved, that person has it all and you just stuck standing there, but
I'm gonna need you to say something, baby. Say something, baby.
Now Drake in his verses does entertain the idea of getting back with the girl, but at the same time he's like, nah, I didn't leveled up too much since we've broken up. So going back to be with you and giving up this lifestyle, yeah, you tripping. How I go from being the man that you argue with to me and Dwayne Carter putting out the hardest shit. I should want to go back to the one I started with, but I'm addicted to this life. It's going to be hard to quit. So this song is nice. Like, I don't know if any of you have ever had that awkward moment where you glowed up after a breakup and you ran into your ex and had them on hush mode. I would actually love to hear the story in the comments if that's happened to you before. Also, let me know if I'm tripping. Like, did y'all even know that Timbaland was on this song? Or am I the only one that thought this was a solo Drake track? I don't know. I'm going to need y'all to say something.
Outro,